This is the biggest and most powerful Fassi loader crane ever built. Earlier this month, the new F2350 HXP Techno received its European premiere at Kluytmans premises over in Netherlands, where Fassi dealers from across Europe have gathered to witness the Queen in person. This particular crane model is the world's first to feature the double Flyjib configuration built specifically for the tight streets of Amsterdam. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the build itself, perform a little load test, and show you how the second Flyjib is mounted. So, let's get into it. Here we've got standard Kluytmans double front leg solution, which is capable of holding about 16 tons of pressure between two of the legs. In between, we've got the radar for transport regulations nested in between two legs, and above it, behind the cover, we've got the towing hitch for all those situations when the crane gets stuck and it needs to be pulled out in emergency. We've also learned that because of the sheer size of this crane, Kluytmans has applied a reinforcement around the front legs to withhold a greater pressure, but we won't know until the crane undergoes final testing. So as soon as we know that, we'll let you know. As you have noticed by now, this Volvo cab is not the standard FH cab. Holster Transport have opted for the FM version, which is quite a bit lower. And why is it lower? Let's find out. Right, we've got only 2 steps to get inside. And that's why the customer have opted, because it's less hassle to actually walk. Oh, I'm joking. Actually, the visibility is much greater, and it's safer for the areas such as Amsterdam, which this vehicle has been designed to operate in. So you are in control of the environment and you're lesser risk for the pedestrians and cyclists. While we're on the topic of Amsterdam, let's talk about a 10-meter rule, which originally started in Amsterdam and it's been rolled out into different cities because of the urban, compacted areas, tight streets, a lot of pedestrians and cyclists around. Kluytmans has managed to condense the sheer size of the F2350 into under 10 meters. This currently magnificent build stands at 9.99 meters. They've utilized a second function, because the design of the crane allows for these two legs to be extended by another meter or two. So Kluytmans came up with the idea, while the overall length of the vehicle is 10 meters, the legal limit outside of the cities is 12 meters. So they said, why not create additional loading deck? When you extend these extendable legs along with the crash bar, which has to be extended for road legality, you can put a demountable platform and make it turn it into the loading deck for any small footprint loads, such as glass stillages, some kind of switchgear. The loads that not necessarily need to be transported for the greater distances, but sometimes, you know, like a few hundred meters or maybe 2 kilometers, it's sufficient. So 10 meters inside Amsterdam and 10 meters inside big cities, and you can turn this vehicle into 12 meters and have additional loading space. Also, this vehicle, like we mentioned, is a double Flyjib. Currently, this Flyjib is not mounted, but they've come up with the place of the resting point. This space here, top of the legs, is a designated place for the basket and for resting point for the second Flyjib. The basket cannot be mounted to the second Flyjib, it can only be mounted to the first Flyjib. So you've got one or the other. You can't have both, which makes sense. But there is a workaround. Even if you have the second Flyjib attached and resting in the place where normally the basket would live, as long as you're not in Amsterdam or in a big city, you can extend these legs and put a basket on top of the temporary loading platform. Speaking of rear legs, Kluytmans has come up with a customization and workaround to keep the vehicle within the 10-meter rule for Amsterdam purposes. Normally, Fassi legs, they come up with the fixed downward position. But to keep the vehicle under that 10-meter rule, Kluytmans has turned these legs into the tiltable legs to keep it short, and it works like a gem. This magnificent build is absolutely a jack of all trades. A second ago, we covered the rear legs compartment, which can be turned into the extra loading capacity space. And here we've got additional space nested next to the crane arm for 2 big aluminum pads whenever then there is a need for greater load distribution due to soft ground. Also, this build features heaps and heaps of storage solutions. 4 on this side, 4 on the top, and 9 toolboxes on this side, bringing the total of 17 toolboxes on this build. And here is the fun fact. And you can see between the second and third axle there was a place that the diesel tank used to live, and now has been removed to accommodate additional 2 drawers. And the diesel tank, if you ask me where it is now, it's placed over here next to the hydraulic tank, right on top of the front stabilizer leg, covered behind this laser cut patterned shield. And now let's admire all the details on this beautiful build. AdBlue tank covered by this shield and the batteries nested in this toolbox. One of the 2 sets of ladders to provide access to the diesel tank. LED lights nicely nested within the bodywork, 1 of 4 on each side. Flipping ramp for rolling circular stabilizer pads with the Fassi logo engraved on them. Quality stainless steel toolboxes with plenty of organizational options. Integration of beautiful 3D rear lights and a rubber neck light, all 3D. Holster logo engraved on the side of the big pad. All welds on the Fassi crane columns, which are welded by the robots, are tested by the humans with the ultrasound tests to detect any inefficiencies and any inaccuracies. The bodywork color is perfectly matching the crane color. Fassi tests their crane for a minimum duration of 1,000 hours with spectrophotometers for a variety of tests such as salty spray or UV tests to ensure uniformity and consistency of the color, especially for those proud operators who love to wash their machines quite often. Here is the unique feature of this Fassi F2350 crane. Not only this inner boom is actually 1 meter longer than its predecessor F2350RL, but also, like its predecessor, on the back of the crane column you can mount hydraulically extra ballast for increased stability with the choice of 3 and 4 tons. As you already know, this Fassi F2350 is the largest and the strongest Fassi crane in the Techno range, which is the latest technology advancements of the company. So that means that this crane has all the updates that the Techno range brings, such as ACF, IWC, Internet of Cranes, X Design Boom. We have already covered some of the features of the Techno range, and if you want to learn more, you can check this video somewhere in the corner and you can find out more. Now let's take a look at the event itself and bring a little bit of taste of the atmosphere. Nearly 100 dealers and industry professionals have gathered to Kluytmans facilities to have a crane and an engineering talk. And keep watching till the end, because we're gonna put the F2350 to the test. So last week we've been participants of the European premiere of the strongest Fassi ever produced up to date. But now, behind me, the F2350 is being set up by Jelle, one of the Kluytmans salespeople. So kindly thank you to Jelle, who stayed longer for us, especially, so we could extend the crane fully and admire its length, but also verify the statements put on the load chart. But first, let's talk a little bit more about the crane, and more specifically about the Flyjibs. 2 Flyjibs. This Flyjib is L958 version. The 8 stands for 8 hydraulic extensions on the Flyjib, giving the total outreach of around 20 meters. The maximum capacity of this Flyjib is 10 tons when it's fully retracted position. The maximum outreach of the Flyjib when it's fully extended along with the main boom of the crane is 340 kilograms at 47.3 meters, and if you take the whole crane up to its most vertical position, it will reach the point of 51 meters, and it will still lift 700 kilograms. And as we know, Techno range stands also for X design boom, which is the 10-sided decagonal section of the boom. And for the first time in the range, they also extended this technology into the Flyjib, giving the greater performance, especially in the vertical lifting configurations, as well as greater torsional resistance. If anybody wanted to ask what's the weight of the Flyjib on its own, the dry weight of the Flyjib is 2,300 kilograms without myself sitting on. Normally, you choose the crane with a specific job in mind. That's why F2350 comes with variety of choices for the Flyjibs. For example, in this instance, this one is L958, which means, like we mentioned before, it has 8 extensions, but you can also spec it with 6 extensions and 7 extensions Flyjib. This one was specifically built for the second Flyjib in mind, to increase the full capacity and possibilities beyond 50 meters reach, and still able to place with great precision loads such as glass or any objects that require ultra care at greater distances. Also, there's existing another option with the 10 extensions on the main crane, and you can pair it up with the smaller capacity of Flyjib L626, which gives you slightly better duties at the closer range. Now let's talk about the second Flyjib, which is the L153. The equivalent of around 6 ton-meter in lifting momentum. This Flyjib weighs 480 kilograms and it has 3 extensions. Theoretically, the L153 can be mounted on the smaller cranes of the size of 30 or 40 ton-meter, as long as you have a different adapter. So, in theory, you could share this type of equipment between 2 or 3 different cranes. So we're attaching the 1.34 tons test weight onto the first Flyjib, and we're about to perform a little test to verify the accuracy of the crane against the duty chart. So we are expected to lift it horizontally nearly 30 meters. So let's find out. $29.30. So yes, the crane pushed 1,340 kilograms at distance of 30 meters horizontally, but this crane is not the point of lifting the horizontally. This crane has been designed to lift above 40-degree angle, so it's specifically optimized for high reach, over 30 meters, over 40 meters, over 50 meters. And for example, with this Flyjib configuration, basically in its most optimum angle for outreach, you can set the Flyjib at 45 degrees and send the Flyjib fully with the weight of 1,000 kilograms, reaching 40 meters outreach. Thanks to the JDPX, which automatically calculates the performance of the Flyjib based on the extensions on the main crane boom. Now, this is the first time for me to put the double Flyjib on the Queen. Obviously, first of all, we need to detach the hook so it doesn't dangle about. First of all, we're not in the super optimal position to mount the Flyjib. So first thing you need to do, you have to make sure that the Flyjib is actually in line with the boom. So sometimes you have to shift it to make sure that the entry is directly with the last extension of the boom. The second angle you need to adjust. This angle, you need to match this angle with the angle of the boom of the crane. In this instance, it's a Flyjib. And when you get it closer, you need to make sure that the alignment, the top and bottom, is pretty correct. So this is a bit of the guesswork, but we'll do our best to try to fit it. It's about right. Ah, it's going. I have to just detach this pin, because that's your locking pin. Get the wire rings and quick connector on the right side so it doesn't get jammed or damaged. Yeah. As you've got the sleeve into the lastless extension of the Flyjib, you've got all the alignment. It's sliding right to the bottom. So the next step, you have to take it slowly and gently so the holes are aligned. Holes are on the outer sleeve are aligned with the sleeve inside it. I would think it's through. Let's check it. Yeah, we've got it through. Bit small space, but you have to make sure that the nut is on so the pin doesn't come out. That's in. Make sure you got the safety pin. to lock it, stop it from coming out, and then you've got a quick connector. This is a godsend. In the past you had to connect each hose with electrics and everything. That's aligned, yeah. Got electrics on the right bottom side, which is aligning there. That's it. It's all locked. This is a good thing, and you always make sure it's always with you, because otherwise we'll just damage the end of the connectors, get it dirty, get it dusty, and all the seals are just knackered. Let's start the remote control again to reset the crane in order for the Flyjib, small Flyjib, to be seen by the crane computer. Now let's see if we connected it correctly. Let's press a few buttons in order to make the crane move. Yeah, it's moving. It's a success. And that's how you mount the second Flyjib, the L153, on the F2350 strongest Fassi ever produced crane. The full vertical reach of this crane is over 58 meters. To lift it horizontally, you can still lift 150 kilograms at around 50.6 meters. However, the X-Design boom has been optimized to lift everything above 40-degree angle. That's where you utilize and harness all the power this crane can give you. As you have probably noticed by now, there's no fire going behind me. It's absolutely roasting today here in Britain. It's gotta be the hottest day of June by now so far. And on this note, we're ending this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I would like to say a massive thank you to Fassi and Kluytmans team for giving us the opportunity to film the Queen. And as usual, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. And don't forget, keep on lifting.